If you don't have a lot of money to invest to start a business, your best option is going to be service-based businesses. Think of stuff like house cleaning, car detailing, freelance writing, editing, tutoring, maybe even like errand services, especially service-based businesses that cater to the more wealthy. Anything you can do to make wealthier people, their life easier, more convenient, they're willing to pay for those things, right? And those businesses will be easier for you to get into because they're service-based, less skills required, or they're going to be skills you already have, easier skills to obtain if you need to go work on those things. And the capital is very little to none. Sometimes it's just, a few pieces of equipment. Those are the businesses I would recommend to go into if you're looking to just get started. So once you've done your research and you have figured out where you want to begin, I recommend you always pair this type of businesses with two things. One, a website, and two, social media. Don't let that scare you off from the business, and remember that these two things will help explode your service-based business. Even if your social media doesn't have a huge following, right? Because the social media, the YouTube channel, can act as a portfolio and examples of how you do things and the quality of your work. It has multiple purposes, multiple uses there. Don't think of the social media as you having to teach people stuff, because you're new in this business as well. It can be more about your journey in this business and more about your experiences, your struggles, and overcoming those things. It doesn't have to be teaching or like vlog style or entertaining. It can literally be showcasing your work. And if you cut that down into short highlights that are fun to watch, before and after videos can be great. Things like that, it can help explode your business. And remember, it's not about the subscribers or the views even. It's more about, here's my business card, here's my YouTube channel. You can see qualities of my work when you hand it out to potential clients, right? It gives them a way to see your work without having potentially waste money first, right? But what really makes these businesses great are a few things. So one, it's going to be their low startup cost. A lot of these potential service-based businesses, you can get started with a PC, internet, and some basic tools. You don't need much to get going. They're very skill-based, so you can utilize skills either that you already have or that are going to be easier to obtain, right? Most of these services are going to be high in demand. Lastly, they're scalable. It would be very easy for you, say for example, if you have a car detailing business, to bring in the clients, pick up somebody new. Say if you have more clients than you can handle, pick up somebody new, teach them the process and how you do things, then have them work for you. But pay them to go wash the car, and you keep the extra for finding and bringing the client because they came to you because they like the way you do things. There's all sorts of ways to do it. It's your business. You can run it how you want. Now, let me give you some tips for getting better clients. And also, I'm gonna give you some information on things you should avoid, right? The biggest thing to avoid are cheap clients. A lot of people get confused and think more clients equals more money. And that is absolutely not the case. When you get a cheap client or somebody that's always looking for the budget purchase, they're there to save money and get it done as cheap as possible. They're not necessarily worried about the highest quality. They're not as worried about getting it done back as quickly, or depending on what your service might be. In my experience, and tons of others, if you just search around YouTube, lower quality clients, the budget seekers, I guess you could say, are often more of a headache to deal with. Not always, there's always, exceptions, but overall, having, low ballers is just a bigger headache for you. Instead, what you want to do is seek out the clients that are willing to pay top dollar. You want to seek out the people that aren't willing to pay a little more for a high quality service and a great product. So basically, sell to the rich, and you're going to get better rates. They're willing to pay to save time. They understand the value of time. If you can offer either the same or better service, but at a quicker rate and get it done faster for them, they'll be willing to pay a higher rate for that. Say you're doing car detailing and you're able to be there and be mobile and come to them and get it done when they need it done, like even if they call the same day, they're going to be willing to pay a lot more for that service. Same thing with almost any service business. If you're able to get it done faster and without losing quality, without lowering your final product of what you're providing, People are willing to pay more for that, especially the wealthy. They know the value of their time, and they're much more willing to pay top dollar for these kind of services. So that's just a few things to keep in mind when you're wanting to really start a business and get off the ground with little to no money. That's the way I recommend starting nearly any business, is going to be start those businesses that don't require a lot of investment. They might require more of your time, but less of your money. Those are great businesses to get going, especially if you're a new person to business, you've never been in business before. As a lot of people truly don't understand the struggle of everything it takes to be a small business owner. They don't understand all the bookkeepings, the spreadsheets, the headaches, the time management. You have to be somebody that can do it all, and you have to be somebody that can learn all the skills. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be the best at those skills, but you're going to learn them, and you're going to be able to know what to look for when if you go to hire or outsource these things to other people. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching.